Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
It's a known fact that we seek adventures that trigger an adrenaline rush. Humans have inherited this need for adrenaline since prehistoric times. Back then, the chemical responses triggered by fear and adrenaline in our brains and bodies protected us from predators. The heart rate spikes, blood pressure increases, air passages in the lungs expand, pupils enlarge, and blood glucose levels are maximized, and everything happens in an instant. The sugar created is used as fuel, and as a consequence, we can react more quickly. Today, we may not need adrenaline as much, not for the practical reasons our ancestors had, but we seek it more than ever. It comes down to the cinema, amusement parks, and nature adventures to satisfy our bizarre, inherited need for fear and excitement. So, where should you go the next time you seek such a thrill? To get an idea, stay with us through this video, as we guide you through a list of 10 exciting tourist attractions worldwide that you need to try. Number 10. Time Traveler Roller Coaster. First up, Missouri, where the tallest spinning roller coaster in the world will either give you the most thrilling adventure of your life or cure you of any adrenaline seeking in the future. The revolutionary coaster ahead of our time, located in the Silver Dollar City Adventure Park, puts a new spin on coasters. The Time Traveler has been deemed as unique by riders because its spins cause a complete loss of orientation. This happens as the vehicles continue to spin on their way down, adding to the excitement of the moment by killing the anticipation moment. You'll never know which way you're launched. You'll go backwards, sideways, forward, upside down, and by the time you're down, your body will probably forget how directions work. But that's not all. The Time Traveler features a dive loop, a vertical loop, a zero-gravity roll, and a 90-degree drop. No single moment of boredom is invited. Another exciting element of the ride is its time-focused theme featuring clocks, which gives the journey a steampunk vibe. But the Time Traveler only starts our list of extreme adventure attractions. Even more adrenaline lies ahead, including for hardcore coaster enthusiasts. Number 9. Wildfire Roller Coaster. Our second out of 3 roller coasters that we've selected today is found in Sweden. The Wildlife Roller Coaster is situated in the Kolmården Wildlife Park. If this was not on your list of amusement parks so far, it will be now. The park was previously a family-destined zoo, but with the introduction of the second tallest wooden coaster in the world and the third fastest, it's now a thrilling destination. Even if speed and height don't trigger your adrenaline too much, don't worry, the Wildfire has got you covered. The ride also features 3 inversions, which matches the record for most inversions introduced by a wooden coaster in the world. The only little detail to keep in mind is that you'll need some patience to reach the roller coaster location once you get into the park. Tourists say this is one of the largest parks with coasters they've seen. It takes around 30 minutes to reach the area where the Wildfire is located. On the bright side, the panorama over the park from this area is superb. Number 8. Formula Rossa. The last coaster on our list of extreme attractions is located in the United Arab Emirates and is run by none other than Ferrari. The Ferrari World is Abu Dhabi's first theme park. As expected from the sports car manufacturer who dominates Formula 1, they've created the fastest roller coaster in the world, reaching a speed of up to 240 km per hour in 4.9 seconds. It's even in the Guinness Book of Records. Additionally, it reaches 52-meter heights, enough to send your heart racing even more. The Formula Rossa is of course designed to simulate the Formula 1 driving experience, and it does so beautifully according to its riders. As the general manager of Ferrari World says, you'll be flying through the landscape. Number 7. Trail Sled Dog Race in Alaska. A completely different experience than a roller coaster, but just as thrilling, if not more so, can be found in the icy landscape of Alaska. Here you can try the 1,000-mile Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race, which takes up to 15 days to complete. Needless to say, this race is not for the unprepared and the faint of heart. So far, the fastest winning time for the Iditarod has been 8 days, 3 hours, 40 minutes and 13 seconds from 2017. That's 8 days through the most intense weather conditions. However, the race has up to 25 checkpoints where participants must stop and a mandatory 24-hour stop. Every measure of precaution is taken so the participants stay safe during the competition. That being said, this is still the longest and one of the most intense races we've heard of. Number 6. Ziplining at the Grand Canyon. Next up, the mighty Grand Canyon. Adventure seekers around the world have found the thrill of their lives in ziplining across the Grand Canyon. This adrenaline-packed experience has everything. dangerous heights, a long time to reach the safe zone, and incredible landscapes to which you surrender. The Grand Canyon Skywalk attraction takes adventurers at 45 miles per hour and at more than 1,000 feet above the canyon. You can choose from the 2 quad zip lines, each having 4 steel cables that run side by side in parallel. One of the lines is much steeper, propelling tourists on a downhill adventure for a distance of 2,100 feet. It's one of the longest zip lines in the world, and given the landscape, we can appreciate it's one of the most exciting as well. Number 5. Wingwalking in the UK. Have you ever wished to sit on a plane instead of in a plane? Since we're on the topic of aerial adventures, we cannot ignore wingwalking. The experience that captivated the hearts of the British is only for thrill seekers. If you're still wondering how this works, let us explain. You climb up the upper wing of a biplane and get strapped into a harness, and after that, the plane takes off with you seated on top of it. In the air, the plane will take you through an exciting journey as you face the force of the wind. It takes all your strength to just try lift an arm. Acrobatic moves are better left to professional wingwalkers. Wait, is there such a thing? It turns out that professional wingwalkers often perform air shows and displays, either individually or in formations with other planes. Specialists even manage to walk on the wing of the plane and transition from one plane to another. Number 4. The Wang Autovision theme park. The next attraction is meant to test your fear limits and push your adrenaline to the sky. China's Wang Autovision theme park, located in the Chongqing area, is the world's largest glass footbridge, as accredited by the Guinness World Record. The 80-meter walkway extends from the cliff edge, and the glass below the feet gives the sensation that you're floating in the sky. A new rule has been recently introduced to allow no more than 30 visitors at a time to stand on the bridge. Even if the glass bridge is the park's star attraction, there are other sky-high adventures to try in the park. The 500-foot-high gap bridge can be equally scary. The bridge looks like a horizontal ladder, taking big gaps between each ledge and forcing you to take super careful hops from one ledge to the next. And if the harness behind feels protective enough, think again. We'd seen it unbuckle from a tourist's back just as he landed from the last ledge. Number 3. Falcons Fury. Remember the roller coasters we showed at the beginning? Truth is, coasters are not the only thrilling adventures in amusement parks. Enter Falcons Fury, the tallest freestanding drop tower in North America. Falcons Fury offers a drop of an impressive 300 feet while offering an incredible view of the Busch Gardens below. But there's a twist about this ride, which also makes it extreme, and it has a lot to do with the name. In the spirit of the Falcon, the drop tower pivots 90 degrees in mid-air to take you to a face-down position. So when you plunge at 60 miles per hour, you're meant to experience an even more heart-pounding moment than with traditional drop towers, which reminds you more of skydiving. Well, we're convinced this is a must-have experience. Number 2. The Battlestar Galactica ride. Continuing the topic of adventure parks, we have a surprise roller coaster entry for you. The Battlestar Galactica of Universal Studios Singapore cannot miss this list, and the attraction is not just for the fans of the show. This sci-fi themed adventure features 2 coasters, Human, a traditional sit-down coaster, and Cyclone, an inverted coaster. What does inverted mean? The inversion refers to the suspension of the seats beneath the track instead of the natural way. To top it all up, the ride includes several inversions and loops. Riders have found this ride extremely wild because of the sensation it creates, that it'll toss you right out at any moment. And number 1, jumping off of Macau Tower. We've arrived at our last stop in our journey through extreme tourist attractions you'll want to try if you're a true adrenaline junkie. Welcome to the world's highest bungee jump, Macau Tower near Hong Kong. How high, you ask? The plunge is 233 meters long, enough to challenge even the most experienced of bungee jumpers among you. Another similar popular attraction at the Macau Tower is the sky jump. The difference resides in the extremeness of the experience. The sky jump can be seen as a base jumping, less adrenaline-fueled and more controlled jump. Instead of free falling and rebounding, you descend in a vertical position and you land smoothly on your feet, much like a movie stuntman. If you're not convinced this is a must-try, just remember that the commercial operator is none other than A.J. Hackett, man who illegally jumped from the Eiffel Tower in 1987, launching the whole bungee jumping revolution. So, have you decided what extreme experience makes your bucket list? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.